It's time for Rebel Sports on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ. Rebel Sports is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, Ready, Rich School District, Town of Randolph, Evanston Regional Hospital, Come On In, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, T7 Propane, Station on Main, Stacy's Repair, Ellingford Brothers, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, Bear Lake Realty, Independent Software Solutions, Jimmy John's, Dr. McKay Frankum, Crawford Trough, Woodruff Corner Store, Our Bakery, Mound Valley Cattle Company, and the town of Garden City.
And welcome, sports fans, back to another T7 Propane's presentation of Rich Rebel Sports. I'm Cullen Pace. This is Rob Leifson with me. We are going to be busy today. We've got the Rich Rebels versus the Wendover Wildcats volleyball game coming up to you shortly. And then we will have the Rich Rebel North Severe football game. This is homecoming week for Rich, and we will be right back. This is a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Sports right here on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
And we're back in the with this T7 Propane broadcast of Rich Rebel Volleyball on mylocalradio.com and KADQ FM. We are in the Ellingford Brothers pregame show, and I'm going to bring in my broadcast partner for the day, Rob Leifson, and he's going to set the scene for us here.
Well, the scene right now is a little bit bare, Cullen, because Wendover's bus just pulled into the parking lot. I guess they had a little bit of difficulty with the bridge construction in Evanston and how to navigate that a little bit, but they are in the building. But it is a nice, cool temperature here inside the gym. It's getting a little toasty outside, but you're only seeing Rebels on the floor because Wendover is still getting set to come on the floor. Yeah, and this should be a great day for us, Rob. We got volleyball here. We did just go out to Wendover last Saturday. So this is a rematch. Wendover's probably going to be looking to maybe have a little revenge on us. But it should be a great day for us because as soon as we're done here, Rob, we're going to pack up everything and head out to the football booths. Well, and one little bit of a difference on this one, Cullen, is that the varsity game is going to go first, and the JV will follow so that they can allow some of the players to go see their fellow seniors either in here for the football team or out on the football field for the volleyball team. So a little bit of a change of schedule, varsity first.
Exactly. And so with that, we're going to take a quick break and come back to our standout student of the week, which is, remind me, Rob.
Well, I'm not sure which one they put in for us, Cullen. I don't know if it's Tony or Faith.
Okay, so we'll have a little guessing game or a little surprise for us both when we get here. And so you're listening to a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act. When you have an emergency, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
This is Rob Leifson, and I'm here with Tony Maldonado. He is the standout student for the week. How's it going today, Tony?
Going pretty well, bro. How are you?
I'm doing great. So help our listeners out there in Rich County land. Introduce yourself and maybe tell us who your parents are.
I'm Antonio Maldonado, but everyone just calls me by Tony. My dad is Antonio Maldonado, and my mom is Maribel Maldonado.
Now, we've known each other for quite a while, Tony, but you did move here in the elementary school years. Tell us where you came from and how long you've been here.
So I've been living here for around 15 and a half years now, I believe, and I came from California, Hayward.
And big change from California to Rich County?
I'm not sure, bro. I was pretty young.
All right, older sister, and how many younger ones?
So I have 2 older sisters and 2 younger brothers and a little sister.
Perfect. All right, let's talk academics first, Tony. Senior year, involved in college classes, trying to work towards an associate or a certificate?
Associates, yeah.
So how's college classes going so far?
So right now it's just a little chaotic because we have like classes on Monday and Wednesday and then classes on Tuesday and Thursday. So like right now we're just trying to figure out the gist of things, but we'll figure it out soon.
Now, in the spring, you were selected to be, by your peers, the student body president of Ridge High School. A lot of weight on your shoulders. Tell us a little bit about homecoming this week.
So this homecoming, we're going to have 4 dress-up days, and we'll have a couple activities. So on Monday, with the dress-up days, we'll be having anything but a backpack. Tuesday is Hawaiian Day, so just anything Hawaiian. Wednesday, we decided to do class teams, so we pretty much split up. One goes pajama and one goes formal. And then on Thursday, we decided to go teams as well. Dress up your age, where freshmen are babies.
Sophomores are toddlers.
Sophomores are toddlers. Okay.
Juniors are adults.
And seniors are grandparents.
So my age. It's okay. You can say it, Tony. I'm not going to take offense. So let's talk a little bit about some of the other activities. Got a car bash on Wednesday. Got a bonfire.
Currently, we are still deciding that, but I think we'll still at least have the R. The fire is still to be set.
There you go. A lot of decorating going on this week. Got a volleyball game on Wednesday, which is the boys playing volleyball. Powder puff on Tuesdays for the girls playing flag football. All right, let's talk football a little bit. Tony, what position do you play? And just share some of your feelings about how the season's gone so far. 4 games in.
So I play outside linebacker, and so far I've been pretty excited for the season. I mean, the boys are working really hard, and we're all eager and hungry to win another state championship. So it'll be good this year.
Here come the tough questions, Tony. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles all the way.
And what would you want the world to know about Tony Maldonado?
I can speak 2 languages.
Perfect. Appreciate your time, Tony, and good luck against North Severe on Friday and with the responsibilities of being student body president. Appreciate your time.
And we want to thank T7 Propane for sponsoring the standout student, and we want to thank His Majesty, Tony Maldonado, the homecoming queen. King, yes, sorry, excuse me. Homecoming king. And Rob, thank you for getting with him this week and having that interview. So we're going to take another quick little break, and when we come back, we will have an interview with Coach Wasden and continue this Ellingford Brothers pregame show right here on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ.
Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides safe, effective, high-quality health care. With many specialty services, Bear Lake Memorial serves patients from prenatal to geriatric. When you need imaging services, including mammograms, CT, and other specialized tests, the MRI suite accommodates patients of all sizes. The large windows provide natural light to help patients have an even better scanning experience. For a complete list of services offered, visit us online at blmhospital.com. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7's services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane, for all your propane needs.
Rob Leifson here with Coach Danelle Wasden, Rich High's volleyball coach. And you had a busy week, Coach. Had a match Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So let's first do a little bit of a recap. Tell us about those three matchups on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, if you would.
So our freshman girls played the Utah School of Deaf and Blind on Thursday, and they came out and did a great job, served well, got some good wins there. And then on Friday, we went to St. Joe and played their team. They had a good lineup. They had 7 seniors that were strong players, great serving team. We struggled a little bit there, didn't come out with the win. And then on Saturday, we went to Wendover, and our girls played strong, and we got a win out of that.
Excellent. What would you say your takeaway from the matchup with St. Joseph was on Friday? What positives did you see from the team in that matchup, even though it was a loss?
I would say some positives were they were pretty good to each other still, even though it was a struggling match. I think there's some unity on the team, which is a great thing. That's probably what I would say came out of that one.
So this week is homecoming. How do you keep some young ladies focused on volleyball when they're doing powder puff and watching the young men in volley buff and trying to figure out how to decorate their float? How do you remind them, hey, you have a volleyball match on Friday, and then Saturday you're traveling to Manila? How do you keep them focused with all that other stuff going on?
I think the big thing is I want them to go out. I want them to have fun. They're going to make lots of memories here this week. But also when they're in the gym, we're doing volleyball. And also to be good at volleyball, we have to sleep at night. So those are some key things that I remind my players. And I think most of them are as competitive as I am and want to get out and win. So I'm hoping that they'll follow through with some of those behaviors.
But I know on Thursday, there's a couple students in my classroom that are dragging a little bit with everything else they've got going. So those are two big matchups on Friday and Saturday. So I hope they do stay focused. This is still probably the first quarter of the season. What have you seen so far in this season that you would say is a positive for this Lady Rebel team going into the rest of the season?
The thing that I think is a huge positive for this Lady Rebel team is that I have got 15 girls, 21 really, in my gym, but 15 of like my varsity players that are growing exponentially. Huge growth in some of their skills. And I believe when we started in August, and by the time we're done, the first part of November, you won't recognize some of the players because of the growth that they've had.
And that says kudos to the hard work they're putting in the gym and on the court during the matches, and recognizing some of the places they needed to strengthen themselves. And I agree. We talk a lot about what goes on during the regular season, but it all boils down to a nice tournament at UVU. That is the important one at the end of the season. Is there anybody in particular you want to give a shout out to that?
You know, I don't know that I can just pin one down just because, like I said, so many of them. I mean, we were talking 15 of my varsity players right now. They are all growing.
I will say the JV team has done very, very well, which gives you a lot of confidence in the future. You did graduate some great seniors, and this isn't a senior-laden team. like the team from St. Joseph that you saw on Friday. Anything else you want to touch on, Coach?
I just would say, we did lose a lot of seniors, but the seniors that I do have great leadership skills off the court, and they are both continuing to improve their skills on the court.
Any advice to some future volleyball players out there that may be listening? What would you want them to be doing right now in middle school and younger?
Obviously, practice your skills, but also develop confidence in yourself.
That's coming from the high school counselor as well as the volleyball coach. So I appreciate your time, Coach, and hopefully homecoming will be great memories, not only on the court, but also in all the activities that are going on at the school as well.
Okay, that was Coach Danelle Wasden right here on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Coaches Show, and we want to thank them for sponsoring the Coaches Show, all a part of the Ellingford Brothers pregame. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, Rob's going to give us a few keys to the game today, and we will be right back. You're listening to a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
And welcome back to a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball, all on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We're in the middle of the Ellingford Brothers pregame show, and we're going to do a few keys to the game. So with that, I will bring in my broadcast colleague, Rob Leifson. What do you got for us, Rob?
Well, I've got an update, Cullen, first of all, on the JV football game that's going on outside from my son, Samuel. It's 14-6 for North Sevier in the second quarter, so we'll see if we can keep an update on that one. I would say the keys to the game, Coach Wasden, after the interview, said she's going to shake a few things up on this one. She wouldn't reveal what that means, Cullen. So I'd say biggest key is how does that shake-up go? Number two, I think we need multiple offensive attacks. Right now, Bray Pugmire leads the team with 65 kills and Paige Smith with 53. And then you take a pretty hard dive to find the next leaders on the kill sheet. But I would love to see Leah Peterson, Brindley Hatch up their kill totals and get some multiple attacks across that front line. Serve and receive is always big. Molly Weston has 13 aces. Brindley Hatch has 15. Bray Pugmire 11 and Paige Smith 9. Love to see some other servers find that elusive ace, because that seems to give a lot of confidence to the team.
Yeah, definitely it does. And, I mean, by mine and Bradley's count last Saturday, Brindley had 9 out there.
9
aces.
kills? Oh,
aces.
9 aces.
Yes. So 9 of those 15 come against this Wendover club. The only thing I would add to your keys, Rob, is focus. They've got to stay focused on this one today. Yes, they've got a big game tomorrow in Manila. But if you don't stay focused on this young Wendover team, they might turn around and surprise you today. So that would be my keys to the game.
Well, and we talked to Coach Wasden. It has been homecoming week, so there's been plenty going on that's been a distraction. But I did stop in and watch practice the other day, and the girls were doing really good and staying focused there. I think once serve goes up, they'll have their heads in the ball game.
Yeah, I mean, last Saturday they they beat this Wendover team in 3 straight sets, 25-20, 25-9, and 25-10. So, I mean, you've got to stay focused. Yes, it's a short turnaround to meet the same team, but you still have to come out and play this Wendover Wildcat team.
And that may be an advantage or disadvantage. I think in this case it's an advantage because of everything else that's been going on. They're still fresh on your mind. You're still thinking about them in practice. You remember what happened last week, and you know what some of the things you need to do to come out here with a win.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, it's tough to beat a team 2 and 3 times in a year. And if they give this Wendover Wildcat team, who is rather young, you look at their roster, they're young, but you give them any hope at all, and it's going to be a lot closer like that first set in Wendover last Saturday of 25-20.
Well, that may be the long bus ride. Maybe the girls are a little bit tired from the trip, and that could be a disadvantage for Wendover as well because obviously they made the trip in return.
Yeah, and so but anyway, that's your keys to today's game on the Ellingford Brothers pregame show. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we're probably 10 minutes still from start. We'll go through some stats for both teams and get ready for the opening serve. So you're listening to a T7 broadcast of Rich Rebel Volleyball on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho.
And welcome back to this T7 broadcast of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the My Local Radio Sports Network. And Rob, homecoming week.
Yeah, let me give you some of the results. This is probably more for the students than it is for the fans out there, but a shout out to the seniors who won the float contest with rock and roll, and the sophomores came away with the win in the chalk competition, and the seniors win the sidewalk decoration competition. And an anonymous source would tell you that there may have been some senior moms on the judging committee, so that may have slightly biased the results on that.
You know, and it usually does. It's homecoming. It's their last homecoming. You know, the thing I've always felt sorry for, and from the time I was in high school, Rob, was the freshmen. They usually put in the most work and a lot of times do have the best look in anything, but they're freshmen. They're not going to get the votes.
Yeah, and I think the freshman float today looked fantastic, and I was impressed with the construction design, and it took a lot of bracing and wires to keep that middle piece up in the right form. They were the 50s, and I believe the juniors got the disco era of the 70s, and the sophomores got the 60s. So it was all built around the music because the Rebels have the beat.
Yeah, and, you know, the juniors, you got to give props to Boston Jolly standing up there doing a little disco dance on the top of that gooseneck trailer, too.
Well, it was the same outfit he wore in Mamma Mia's, or the Rich Eyes production of Mamma Mia last year. I shouted that out to him, and he just said, no, it's not the same outfit, and kind of gave me a wink because I recognized the outfit from last year's school musical.
Yeah, I just had flashbacks of, you know, John Travolta up there, though. He looked good, I thought. So.
Well, and the other things that have been going on this week, Cullen, we'll give a shout-out to the seniors/sophomores who came away with a dominant performance in the Powder Puff game. It started out with a pretty heavy rain. We even got some hail in the middle of the first quarter, but they got things straightened out. They turned the ball over on downs on about the 5-yard line, but they ended up winning, I think 26-0 was the final score. And we had everything from rain, hail, and sunshine multiple times during that one. as far as the volleyball goes, the junior boys, they came with some power. I was impressed. I will give a shout out to Nash Perry, though. He was the best server I saw. He must have went on a 5 or 6 serve run with nothing but aces.
Yeah, so anyway, let's get back to a little volleyball here, Rob. How about you give us kind of some stats and what we're looking forward to today with these two teams?
Well, unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot on Wendover because Max Preps doesn't have anything for them. As far as the Rebels are concerned, we mentioned before, Bray Pugmire leads the Lady Rebels with 65 kills. Paige Smith, 53. Lacey McKinnon with 40. Molly Weston with 30. Leah Peterson with 35. And Brindley Hatch with 20. And when it comes to serving, Brindley Hatch with those 9 service aces in Wendover leads the team with 15. Molly Weston has 13. Bray Pugmire with 11. And Paige Smith, who I think is probably one of the best servers the Rebels have, she has 9. I would say she'll catch up as the season goes on.
Yeah, definitely. And, the first time I really got to watch them play was traveling out to Wendover to broadcast the game. And, even Coach Wasden and you hit on it during their interview, this is a fairly young Rebels team. And I think she said 2 seniors.
Yeah, you've got Cassie Argyle and Brindley Hatch, but you've got a strong core of juniors. The JV team, from what I understand, is still undefeated this season.
And there's a couple sophomores that have stepped up for them real big, too. So,
I'll throw in some digs for you, Cullen. So Bray Pugmire leads the team with 99 digs. Paige Smith has 84. Cassie Argyle, 65. Molly Weston, 60. And Tess Cornea with 50. And from what I've seen, unfortunately, I haven't been able to see a lot of the Lady Rebels, but Molly Weston and Tess Cornea seem to rotate a little bit. They are almost tied with assists on the team.
Yeah, but this is a young Rebels team, and Bradley, I think, hit the nail on the head out in Wendover. Is these girls step onto a rich Rebel volleyball court, and it's a lot of pressure. I mean, you look around the gym here and look at all of the volleyball state championships hanging up on the walls, and I don't care if you're a big 6A team from Salt Lake stepping in here, it's going to be a little intimidating. So these girls do have a lot of pressure that Rich Rebel Volleyball is going to win. And being young and stepping up the way they have, by the time the state tournament comes this year, I think they will go very deep into it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things Coach Wasden and I talked about. She recognizes this has been a learning and a growing process. They've changed some things from early in the season in practice in the first few matches. I'm interested to see what the little shakeup is today, but she has seen growth among the players, and she knows this is all leading up to UVU in the state championship.
Yeah, it definitely is. And, I mean, even growth in the coaching staff. What is this, their second season as a coaching staff? So you're going to see growth there. But I honestly believe by the time the season ends, you're going to see Rich Rebel Volleyball, not what they've struggled, not the struggles they've had early on in the season.
Yeah, I think they're 2-7. Wendover comes in 0-8, 0-6 in Region 22. The Rebels are 1-1 with the loss to Manila and the win over Wendover.
Yeah, so I think we're going to take another quick little break here, Rob. And when we come back, we should be fairly close to the opening serve. You're watching an Ellingford Brothers pregame show on a T7 presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act when you have an emergency. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth. You're listening to a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on the My Local Radio Sports Network. And looks like we're getting pretty close to starting here, Rob, but I do want to give a little shout out to one of our other sponsors today. Les Schwab, America's Best Tire Warranty, is available at Les Schwab Tires. It includes road hazard protection, free tire maintenance, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, and a limited warranty for tread life. Visit Les Schwab Tires today at 157 Bear River Drive, Evanston. And we're going to go radio silent and while we do the national anthem. And that was a beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Della Stringham, a freshman for the Rich Rebels. So now we're going to go through our starters.
I'm Hazel Wilson. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 1. I'm Ryan Smoot. I'm a freshman, and I am number 2.
My name is Leah Peterson. I'm going to be a junior, and my number is number 3.
I'm Hazel Scott. I'm a freshman, and my number is 4.
I'm Molly Weston. I'm going to be a sophomore, and I'm number 5.
Hi, I'm Tess Cornia. I'm a junior, and I'm number 6.
My name is Brinley Kirk, and I'm a freshman, and I am number 7.
I'm Della Stringham. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 9.
I'm Tyler Pugmire. I'm going to be a junior, and I'm number 10.
I'm Cassie Argyle. I'm a senior, and I'm number 11.
I'm Jalen Lutz. I'm a sophomore, and I wear number 12.
I'm Chaisley Levitt. I'm a sophomore, and I'm number 13.
My name is Brinley Hatch. I'm a senior, and I'm number 14.
I'm Paige Smith. I'm a junior, and I'm number 15.
I'm Emery Thornock. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 17.
My name is Kara Hoffman. I'm a freshman, and my number is 19.
My name is Lida Taylor. I'm going to be a sophomore, and I wear number 20.
I'm Lexi Rao. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 21.
I'm Braylon Pugmire. I'll be a sophomore, and I'm number 22.
Lacey McKinnon. I'm a sophomore, and my number is 23.
I'm Corey Stacy. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 27.
Okay, and welcome back to the broadcast booth. Real quick, the starters for Wendover is Carly Robles, number 1. Minerva Flores, number 4. Samantha Ramirez, number 5. Helen Calazio, number 6. Allison Calazio, number 10. And Karina Lejeune, number 13. And for the Rebels, you got Molly Weston, Brenley Pugmire,
probably Brinley Hatch, I believe.
Brenley Hatch, sorry.
And Bray Pugmire.
And Bray Pugmire. Cass Argyle. Paige Smith is libero. Tess Cornea. Leah Peterson.
And I think that got them all.
We got them. And with that, we're going to go to our live cam and get ready for the first serve of this match. And as Paige comes in libero for Leah Peterson, the officials are making sure the rotations are correct. Wendover gets the ball. That's number 10. I guess I better be on the right side. Allison Calazio for Wendover to start this match off. Serving. Wendover's going to be serving right to left. Serves over. Dug up by Molly. Passed over by Bray. Wendover gets it back over. Tess gets her hands on it. Bren. And Wendover gets it back. Molly Weston with the kill. So that's going to be 1-0 Rich on the Station on Main scoreboard.
That hit by Molly caught the top of the tape and just died into the court. Not power, but it's finesse.
And I put the point on the wrong side, excuse me. And that's going to be a serving ace.
Brinley Hatch adds to her total.
Brinley Hatch. Like I said, I think if my collect was right, she had 9 out in Wendover last Saturday. So Brinley to serve again. Over. Pass. Wendover gets it back to Rich. Tess with the set to Bray. And Bray gets the kill right at the back line. That's going to be 2-0 Rich on your Station on Main scoreboard.
Nice call by the judge, who happens to be her father.
But probably one of the most honest people you know.
Absolutely.
Brenley with the serve.
Not going to go down as an ace, but that was a knuckleball, Cullen, and that was a difficult return.
And see, she probably didn't have 9 aces because I thought if only one girl got on it, then.
Yeah, it looked like it was touched twice. That's an ace.
And there's another one for Brenley. That's going to put the Station on Main scoreboard 4-0 for Rich. Nope, they got 5-0. I missed one somewhere.
I've only got 4-2.
Brenley hits the tape, and it goes out of bounds, so that's going to be side out Wendover. So that's going to put the score 5-1. I thought it was 4, but the scoreboard in the gym here has 5, so we're going to go with 5 for right now. Served by Wendover, and they're going to get an ace, and that's number 6, Helen Calazio, a junior, serving for Wendover. Bring the Station on Main scoreboard 5-2. Calazio serves again. Molly with the hit. Tess with the pass. Leah Peterson with the kill. That was a great setup there by Molly and a great pass to Tess. Great set right in the middle there for Leah.
Bringing in number 12, Jalen Lutz to the service line.
And also 23, Lacey McKinnon checks in for the Rebels. Lutz with the serve. Wendover, 3 hits, not going to get it back over. That's going to be 7-2 in favor of the Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard. Jalen Lutz steps back to serve again. A pass, set. And that was number Samantha Ramirez. Gets it over. Doesn't quite get the kill, but does get a side out as the Rebels aren't able to return it back over the net. 7-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. That's going to bring up number 13, Karina Lejeune, back for the Wendover Wildcats to serve. Serve hits the tape and is going to fall short. That's going to be another ace for the Wildcats. Bring their total up to 4 in this first set.
Just what you wanted to do, Cullen. Hit the tape and drop to the other side.
Now,
no possibility for the Rebels to return that one.
No, and it hit the tape and just got over and died. But see, back when I was in school, you couldn't hit the tape. It had to clear the net. And as Ramirez with her second serve, she's going to serve into the net. That's going to be side out Rebels. 8-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
And number 13, Chaisley Levitt, checks into the ball game for Cassie Argyle.
And that's going to bring Molly Weston back to serve. Molly with the serve. And that's going to be just a little bit long. So that's out of bounds. Bring the Station on Main scoreboard 8-5 for the Rebels. That's going to bring up number 4, Minerva Flores, back to serve for the Wildcats. Leah Peterson gets the return. And she gives it straight to her. Oh, that was Lutz setting.
Gives it to Chaisley Levin. She puts it to the floor.
Yeah. I thought it was Tess Cornea with the set, but that was a great set by Lutz to Chaisley, and Chaisley killed it. So that's going to put Paige Smith back on the line to serve. 9-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And Paige is going to pick up another ace for her.
I think that's going to come around. A nice jump serve from Paige.
That's going to put the Station on Main scoreboard 10-5 as Paige is waiting for the ball. She gets it, getting ready to serve. Gets the whistle. Nice little jump serve from Paige. A little knuckleball. And the Wildcats get 2 hits, hit it into the net. It's going to be 11-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard for the Rebels. And the serving so far for the Rebels today, Rob, has been really good.
3 aces, 2 service errors, and we're going to make that 3. Broadcaster jinx. Yeah.
11-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard, and that's going to bring up number 6, Helen Calazio, to serve for the Wildcats. She started the set out for us. She serves, gets it over the net. Chaisley with the pass, and Chaisley tries the kill again, dug up by number 6, Flores. McKinnon to Weston. Weston gets it over the net. And a little tap by number 10 by Allison Calazio. And Chaisley Levitt is able to tap it right back over and get it to the court for the Rebels. That's going to be 12-6 Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard. And that was a pretty athletic move there by Chaisley. And Tess Cornea in to serve. She gets it over. Third hit. Wendover gets it over. Paige Smith to Cornea to Levitt with the attempted kill. And they're going to call Wendover in the net on that hit by Levitt. It's going to bring this 13-6 as Tess sets up to serve again. She gets it over. There's 2 hits and a little set over the net. Tess Cornea to Bray. Bray gets a nice hit, but it's dug out by number 4, Flores. And on the kill attempt, Wendover's asking if it was tipped. The officials are saying no, that was out of bounds, so that's going to be 14-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Cornea serves again. Dug up, second hit, and into the net by Allison Calazio, number 10 for the Wildcats. So it's going to be 15-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Tess Cornea steps back to serve again. Serve over. And Wendover does get it over the net, but that's going to be out of bounds. 16-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard in this first set. Great serve there by Tess Cornea, just barely above the net. And Wendover gets it over. That was number 10, Calazio, that got it over, and Paige just couldn't quite get to it as she hits it back to the wall. 16-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Little 6-0 run from Tess Cornea at the service line.
Robles. Bray, Chaisley Levitt with the kill, and it's going to fall down. That's her 3rd kill of the game.
That's what I have.
Chaisley's come in and been pretty big for the Rebels.
which means we're going to sub her out and take in Cassie Argyle to the service line.
Yeah, Cass Argyle steps back to serve. Nice little jump serve, just barely over the net. And Wendover's going to be called for a lift. And that was a good dig by number 5, Samantha Ramirez. That Wendover just couldn't return it. And Cassie serves into the net. 18-8 on the Station on Main scoreboard in this first set. That's going to send Allison Colazio, and she is just a freshman, back to serve for Wendover. She gets it over, dug up by Cass. Set. Bren Hatch with the kill attempt. Page digs it up to Molly Weston, and that's going to fall right before the line. That's a nice find by Molly Weston to give the Rebels the ball back on the side out. So it's 19-8 Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard, and that's going to send Brenley Hatch back to the service line again.
Nice court vision by Molly.
Brenley with the jump serve, just barely clears the net, and they're not able to return that one. That's going to be 20-8 on the Station on Main scoreboard. I don't know, do you credit her there with the ace?
Only got touched by one player, Cullen. I'm giving her the ace.
Brenley to serve again. And that one's a little deeper, dug up. And that's going to be returned over by number 6, Helen Colazio. And that's going to, the Rebels are going to let that one fall just inbounds.
Little, I got it, you take it. Two of them looking at each other saying, I thought you had that one.
Yeah, so 20-9 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Kimberly Benilos, Helen Colazio with the serve. And Molly finds that back left corner again, Rob.
That thing had just enough English that it just seemed to dive right on that corner line.
21-9 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Jay Lutz steps back in to serve again. And she is going to pick up the ace. Served deep. Not able to be returned by the Wildcats. 22-9 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Lutz with the serve again, and that one's going to be deep. Side out for the Wildcats. 22-10 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And that's going to send number 13, Karina Lejeune, back to serve. She's a junior. I only see one senior on this whole Wildcat team, Rob. As Lejeune serves into the net, it's going to be 23-10 for the Rebels. As Chaisley Levitt checks back in for Cass Argyle. And Molly Weston steps back to serve as she gets the whistle. And that was another, I got it, you got it, I got it. No, the floor's got it. So that's going to be set point for the Rebels. 24-10 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Let's see if Molly can close out this first set for the Rebels. As she serves, and she's going to pick up the ace as Wendover's not able to return it. So that's going to be 25-10 on the Station on Main scoreboard for the first set. And we will be right back for the second set. You're listening to a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels!
And welcome back into the broadcast booth. Cullen Pace along with Rob Leifson bringing you this second set of a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball live on mylocalradio.com. and you can listen in on 98.3 FM KADQ. Rob, that was a pretty good first set for the Rebels.
Yep, here's your stats real quick, Cullen. 8 kills for the Rebels, 2 for the Wildcats, 7 aces by the Lady Rebels, 2 for the Wildcats. Only 2 unforced errors for the Rebels, 8 unforced errors for the Wildcats, and probably the only blemish on that first set for the Rebels, 5 service errors, only 2 for the Wildcats. And I'd say the highlight of that first set, Cullen, 6-0 run by Tess Cornea on the service line.
That and, Chaisley Levitt coming in off the bench and
picking up 3 kills.
3 kills. So as the official checks the rotations here, it looks like Cass Argyle is going to start the serving with this second set. And I even have everything correct on the scoreboard today, Rob.
Well done, Cullen. Hey, we haven't had a frozen. Well, I'm not going to say no other difficulties so far.
No technical difficulties so far. We appreciate everybody tuning in. We appreciate our sponsors. As Cass said, gets the first serve of this second set, and that's going to be tried to kill into the net by Manira Flores, the only senior on the Wildcat team. And that is going to give the Rebels a 1-0 lead on the Station on Main scoreboard. And the Wendover Wildcats are not able to return that second serve by Cass Argyle, so that's going to be 2-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
That wasn't for lack of effort. They gave it all they had. Tried to get that back over, just fell short.
Cass with the serve. That's going to be hit into the net by Helen Calazio. 3-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard in favor of the Rebels. Cass back to serve again. It's over. And that's going to be an ace. Couldn't quite get the good pass there by Ramirez as she tried to dig that one up. That was a great serve by Cass. Just over the net and right behind the front row. Cass serves again. Nice pass there. Little tip over by Allison Calazio. Bray Pugmire with the kill attempt. They're going to say that one was tipped out of bounds, so that's going to be another point for the Rebels. 5-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And that was a good hit by
Bray.
Cass with the serve. Wendover gets it back over. Tess with the save. Dig. Bray with a little tip over. And a little miscommunication by the Wildcats there as number 10 gets a hit. That's Allison Calazio, and that's going to be a timeout for the Wildcats. With that, we're going to take a little break ourselves. You're listening to a T7 presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
And welcome back to set number 2 of this matchup between the Rich Rebels and the Wendover Wildcats, as Rich leads 1-0 and 6-1 in this second set, as Cass Argyle's serve just after the timeout goes a little long and gives Wendover their first point of this set. Allison Calazio, a freshman, number 10, steps back for the Wildcats to serve. She hits, gets over. Paige Smith with the hit, Tess with the set to Molly Weston. Molly hits, and that is going to be a kill as she hits into Samantha Ramirez, and she's not able to return it. 7-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
4th kill for Molly in the the match so far.
And she's been really good at finding that back line. So this is going to be Brenley Hatch to serve. Good looking serve. Gets over. Wendover's able to return it over. Bren with the pass. Tess with the set to Peterson. And that's dug up by number 10, Colazio. Cornea with the set to Bray. And Bray just come up and hit that one. Wendover's unable to return it. That's going to be 8-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard, and that was a great hit there by Bray.
Her 4th kill of the match. And Brindley continues to camp out on the service line.
Hatch with the serve, gets it over. Wendover, 3rd hit, and they're going to hit it over the net, but out of bounds for another point for the Rebels. 9-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Brenley Hatch continues to camp. Brenley with the serve. She gets it over. And that's Allison Colazio hits it. The return clear back over the net, and no communication for the Rebels, and it just falls to the court. So that's going to be 9-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
I think they were a little surprised that it came over, but nobody wanted to make a call for that one.
Helen Colazio with the serve. Page with the dig. Tess with the set to Bray. Bray is going to be long and out of bounds. 9-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
A little bit too much power on that one.
And a little confusing for the Rebels here.
Looks like they're going to bring in Jalen Lutz for Bray Pugmire.
And Jay's going to play the front line. Got Jay and Tess on the front line for the Rebels. Maybe this is what Coach Wasden was talking about. Jay with the kill attempt, and it goes long and out of bounds.
Just barely.
9-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And that was a good set by Tess, and Jay just a little bit too much on it. Colazio with the serve. Page with the dig. Tess set to Leah Peterson. Leah with the hit over. Wendover's able to dig it, and then a little miscommunication. It falls to the court. That's going to be 10-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard as McKinnon checks in for Tess Cornea. And that's going to send Jay back to the service line. And Lutz with the serve. Just over the net and falls to the hardwood. That's going to be 11-4.
Jalen's 2nd ace of the match. That was perfect.
That was a great serve there by Jay. Jay to serve again. Just over the net again. That's going to be over. And Cass Argyle gets it back over for the Rebels. The set. Kill attempt dug up by Page. Jay with the set to Molly. Molly hits a little hard. And that's going to take it 11-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Molly trying to find that corner again, but just a little outside.
And anybody that knows volleyball better than me, I apologize. This is my first time doing a play-by-play, and it moves a little quicker when you're trying to describe everything going on.
Got a sub coming in for the Wildcats.
That's going to be number 7, Dabina Saucedo, serving for the Wildcats. And her serve, Molly digs to Jay. Peterson with the cross court. Well, she goes to the left side of the court, able to fall inbounds. That's going to take it 12-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Molly Weston steps back to the service line as Chaisley Levitt checks back into the game for Cass Argyle. Molly with the serve. Wendover unable to return it. Off of number 6, Helen Colazio, and to the back wall, 13-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
3rd ace of the match for Molly.
Molly with another serve. Colazio is able to get the pass to Colazio. Hit attempt by Ramirez. Leah Peterson. And Wendover, it's going to fall short on Wendover's side. 14-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And once again, I apologize to everybody listening. I'm not. Molly with another serve. Colazio to Colazio. Number 4, Flores gets it over. Set by McKinnon to Peterson. And Peterson's going to hit it down. Hit twice by the Wildcats, but they're unable to return it. 15-5 on the station on main scoreboard for the Rebels in set number 2, where the Rebels lead 1-0. Molly steps up to serve once again, gets it over. Little miscommunication by the Wildcats.
Going to credit that as an ace. It was only touched once.
Yes,
couldn't
it was.
Couldn't get a timeout. But we've got to give a shout out, Cullen, to our fellow broadcaster, Bradley Holmes, who is watching some Rebel volleyball when he's on the Jurassic Park ride. How cool is that?
Thanks for the rub in there, Bradley. We do appreciate that. And we're going to take a quick break. This is a T7 presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
And welcome back to the broadcast booth. This is a T7 presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on mylocalradio.com and KADQ-FM. As Molly Weston hits the serve again, Wendover is unable to return it. Going to be another point for the Rebels, 17-5 on the station on main scoreboard in this second set. Molly with the serve again, and she serves into the net. Not after picking up, what, 6? 5 or 6?
7.
17-6 on the station on main scoreboard as Flores steps back to serve for the Wildcats and serves into the net, and that's going to come right back to the Rebels. 18-6 on the station on main scoreboard in this second set.
Trying to get an update on the JV game outside, Cullen, but it doesn't sound like going the Rebel way.
And Paige Smith up to serve, and she serves into the net also. Another unforced error by the Rebels. But that's going to be 18-7 on the station on main scoreboard.
Matches the score from the first set. It was 18-7.
As Samantha Ramirez to serve for the Wildcats. She gets it over. Molly Weston with the pass. Lutz with the set to Chasley. And they're unable to return that one. That was number 4, Flores on the try, as Chasley gets another kill. 19-7 on the station on main scoreboard as Tess Cornea steps back to serve for the Rebels. Tess gets it over. And Allison Clausio tries for the hit attempt, which goes unsuccessful. 20-7 for the Rebels. Tess with another serve, and she serves into the net. Another service error for the Rebels. 20-8 on the station on main scoreboard.
Service errors has really been the only smudge on the Rebel score sheet so far today, Cullen.
Yeah, Carly Robles, who served for the Wildcats. She gets it over. Paige Smith with the dig. Tess Cornea with the set to Chasley Levitt. That's dug up by number 5, Samantha Ramirez, as Wendover gets it over. And what a diving try by Molly Weston. We just couldn't keep it alive as Wendover gets another point. 20-9 on the station on main scoreboard. Set number 2. Rich leads 1-0, and Robles still serving for the Wildcats. Bray Pugmire with the pass, back to Bray for the kill attempt, and that's going to be called out of bounds by her mother, no less. 20-10 on the station on main scoreboard. Rebels leading.
I'm not sure which one of the Wildcats took a swing at it, but must have missed.
Robles with another serve. She hits the tape, and it just bounces over. We've talked about that. That's exactly what you want to try to do. 20-11 on the station on main scoreboard. Robles still serving for the Wildcats. And she tries to hit the tape once again, just a little bit too low this time. 21-11 on the station on main scoreboard as Cassie Argyle checks back in for Chasley Levitt, and Cassie's going to go back to the service line. Takes a couple bounces. Serve over the net. And Wendover's able to return it. Cassie to Tess Cornea to Molly Weston for the kill attempt. And great hustle by Wendover. They're just unable to return it. Molly's not going to get the kill, but it does fall to the hardwood for another Rebel point, 22-11 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Molly comes to serve, or Cassie comes to serve again. 2 hits by Wendover, and that one falls just a little short for Wendover. 23-11 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Cassie Argyle to serve once again. She steps up, little jump serve, hits the tape, and just over the net for set point for the Rebels. 24-11 in this second set. Station on Main scoreboard.
Her second ace of the match.
Cass with the serve, and she
3.
picks up her third ace as she closes out this second set for the Rebels. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
And now a message from the experts at Bear Lake Realty.
Welcome to the Reserve, Bear Lake's finest resort. We have private beaches and great access up to the National Forest in the winter and the summer. Lot starting at $159,000.
Welcome back to the broadcast booth. We're going to go to the Bear Lake fan cam for all your realty needs. Call Gary at Bear Lake Realty, 435-946-8888 for all your realty needs in the Bear Lake area. Gary does a great job over there, and he's been a great sponsor of the Rebels for a long time, and we want to thank Gary McKee for all he does. So we are 2-0 for the Rebels.
Give you a quick rundown on that second set. Cullen, 7 kills for the Rebels, 6 aces. Again, 4 service errors. That's really the only flaw that I can see so far. 10 unforced errors in that second set for the Wildcats, which seemed to be the challenge. A 7-0 run and a 6-0 run by the Rebels that pretty much put that one in command.
Yeah, and the Rebels have played really good today, and this is one thing I told Bradley. I did get to watch them play South Summit, where they took South Summit to 5 sets. And that's the only other time besides last Saturday that I'd seen this team play. The one thing I noticed last Saturday compared to when they were playing South Summit, they're having fun. And high school sports, you're supposed to learn a lot of life lessons, but most importantly, you're supposed to have fun. That's what high school is about, is having fun, learning how to be an adult later on in life. And these girls are having fun out there today. So we're 26 seconds away from the first serve of this third set as the Rebels lead 2-0. Wendover is taking all the time they can to try to decide what they can do to change the outcome a little bit in this third set as they break their huddle and we get ready to go. Anything you'd like to see the Lady Rebels do, Rob?
Now, get rid of those service errors would be my only suggestion.
Okay, and we're about ready to go. It's going to be Allison Colazio to start this third set off for the Wildcats. She steps up and serves, gets it over to Paige Smith. Pass by Tess to Bren Hatch. As Bren hits it, Wendover tries to return it, and it goes out of bounds. 1-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard for the Rich Rebels.
Her second kill of the match. She's got 3 aces so far. And make it 4.
As she just barely clears the tape on that one, and it falls short. Wendover's not quite able to get to it. as she comes to the service line once again, gets it over. Wendover returns. Bren with the hit to Tess. Bray Pugmire with the kill as Allison Colazio for the Wildcats is unable to return that one. And that was a good bump set kill for the Rebels there.
5th kill for Bray in the match.
Bren once again just over the net. Little miscommunication for the Rebels, and they're unable to return it. That's going to be 3-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard on that side out for the Wildcats. As number 6, Helen Colazio, steps to the service line. And who just checked in? Cass Argyle with the return to Tess Cornea, who bumps it over the net, and Wendover is unable to return that one. That's going to be a side out for the Rebels. 4-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
I think the only change was Paige Smith, the libero,
come in for
came
Brenly.
in, yeah.
As McKinnon and Lutz check in. Lutz with the serve. Nice serve to Samantha Ramirez, is unable to return that one. It's going to be another ace for
Jalen. That's her third.
5-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Jay with the serve just over the net. That's going to be 6-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard for the Rebels. Lutz with the serve again. Carly Robles with the hit, and Wendover is unable to return it. 7-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Jay Lutz steps back to serve once again for the Rebels. The serve, 2 hits for Wendover. They're able to return it over, but out of bounds. 8-1 for the Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard, and that's going to be, and Wendover's going to call a timeout, and we will too. You're listening to a T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
And welcome back to the Rich Rebel Gymnasium on a T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball live on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM. As Jay Lutz picks up another ace for the Rebels. So that brings the score 9-1 in favor of the Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard. The Rebels are up 2-0. Lutz with the serve again. Second hit for the Wildcats, and little miscommunication. They're unable to return it. 10-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard for the Rebels. Jay Lutz with the serve just over the net. And thank you, Principal Calder, for saving all of our equipment up here as he catches it as the return was hit into the stands. 11-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Jay with the serve. Set for Wendover, hit, and that's over. Cassie Argyle to Tess Cornea to Peterson for the kill. Wendover's unable to return that one. 12-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Jay continues to serve.
She's been camping out there for quite a while.
Jay with the serve. Carly Robles with the return. Wendover gets it over. Paige Smith with the pass to Jay Lutz to McKinnon. McKinnon with a nice little tap. And Wendover gets...
That kill was right in the corner, Cullen.
Yes, it was. And I didn't see who that was.
Number 4, I believe.
Number 4, that's Flores, the senior. 12-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And that's Saucedo to serve. Peterson with the dig to Lutz. Back to Peterson for the kill. Wendover with the hit, and they're going to get it out of bounds. Side out for the Rebels, 13-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As Chasley Levitt checks back in for Cassie Argyle, and Molly Weston's going to step back to the service line.
That was a 10-0 run with Lutz at the service line, Cullen.
Molly Weston hits the tape, strong serve. Page with the dig to Chasley. And they're going to call Wendover in the net on that one. 14-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. That was number 1, Robles.
That's her second offense at the net.
Molly Weston with another serve. Wendover's got to get it over here, and they do with, I don't know, do you call that one a block for Peterson?
I'm not sure. It's a point, 15-2.
15-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Molly with another serve. And that one's returned to set, hit. Page with the dig. Lutz with a nice set to McKinnon. Set by Wendover into the net. 16-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Molly continues to serve, and she's been great back there. I don't know how many aces she's had, but her serves are hard. And she picks up the ace. But her serves are hard, just barely above the net. 17-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Molly steps back to the service line again.
I've got that as her 5th ace, Cullen.
And we have another substitution, number 9, Kimberly Banilos,
and
a freshman.
Broadcaster jinx.
Hey, you know, it's tough to serve 25 straight points. As Flores steps back for the Wildcats to serve, that's over to Molly. Lutz with the set to Chasley Levitt. Levitt with the kill attempt, dug out by Karina Lejean. But Wendover is unable to return the ball. 18-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Paige Smith, the second leading server for the Rebels, steps back to the service line with a jump serve. And that's going to be another ace for the Rebels. 19-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Her second ace of the game. Brindley Hatch, by the way, came in for the front line for the Rebels.
Page with the serve. And Wendover is unable to return it once again. 20-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Paige Smith steps back to the service line again with the serve. That's a good hard serve too. As Colazio gets it over. Lutz with a nice little tap over the top. Wendover is able to dig it, but the hit attempt goes into the net. 21-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Smart move by Jay Lutz. I think she realized she didn't have enough room to set that, so she just tipped it over.
And Lutz is just a sophomore, isn't she? Yes, she is. Wendover gets it over. Paige Smith to Lutz with the set to Chasley Levitt. And that's a block for Wendover's number 1 as they get it back to McKinnon. McKinnon with the hit, but it's a little long. 21-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard as the Wildcats side out there. And that's going to be, we don't know who's serving. We got a sub coming in. That's Ramirez checking back in. She's going to go back to the service line. 21-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 2-0 for the Rebels. Ramirez with the serve. Levitt. Lutz to Hatch. And number 1, Robles, is going to be called in the net again. 22-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Pugmire and Cornea check back into the game. That's Bray Pugmire. Tess Cornea with the serve. And Wendover's able to return it. That's Tess to Hatch to Pugmire. Pugmire with the kill attempt. It comes over. Hatch with another kill attempt. Wendover returns it. Molly Weston Tess Cornea to Bray Pugmire, and Bray with the kill. And that was a beautiful hit by Bray there. 23-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Her 6th kill of the match, Cullen.
That was a good pass by Brenly, too. Wasn't a set, it was a pass. Tess with the serve. And Wendover's unable to return it. 24, match point. 24-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard. For Tess Cornea serving here. And she serves into the net. 24-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Well, we did have Riggs Lundgren and Carter Scott were trying to call out that last point, but they were the only ones on the student section trying to give it the will to win.
Tess with the set to Brenly, and Brenly with the kill to end this game. 25-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And we will be right back with our post-game show. You're listening to T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth of this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball live on mylocalradio.com or listen in on 98.3 FM KADQ. We are in the Independent Software Solutions post-game show, and we're going to go to my broadcast colleague, Rob Leifson, for the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap.
Well, the Rebels jumped out early, Cullen, with a 25-10 win in set number 1. 6-0 run by Tess Cornea at the service line. Probably a highlight. 7 aces for the Rebels in that one to the 2 aces by Wendover. Second set, Rebels take it 25-11 with a 7-0 run and a 6-0 run. Again, 6 aces to 1, and unforced errors plagued the Wildcats in that second set. And the final set, 25-5 for the Rebels with a 10-0 run with Jay Lutz at the service line, which gives a 3-0 sweep for the Rebels.
And that is your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Visit Jimmy John's in Evanston on Front Street. And with that, we're going to take a quick little break. We'll be right back with your Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game and on this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankham. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankham, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankham at 789-8910.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
And welcome back to the broadcast booth on this T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ. We are in the Independent Software Solutions postgame show, and it's time for the Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game. And with that, I'm going to go to my broadcast colleague, Rob. Rob Leifson, what do you got?
Well, we want to find out from Coach Wasden what the shakeup that she wanted to not mention in the interview this week, but I'm wondering if it had to do with some of these younger players. Chaisley Levitt comes in off the bench with 3 kills, and I will give the play of the game to that first one that she hit. Perfect placement, and we'll give her the play of the game.
I think I'd have to agree with that, Rob. And as a sophomore stepping in, she hasn't played a lot of varsity that I know of this year. She steps in, and it was a good placement, good set right to her, and she didn't hesitate at all, didn't miss. No nerves for her, just comes down and kills the ball. So with that, Chaisley Levitt is our player of the game. And we are going to take another quick little break, and when we come back, we'll have the Crawford Trough player of the game. You're listening to a T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Make your day even better by indulging in delectable, freshly prepared classics at the Crawford Trough. Come enjoy succulent cheeseburgers, rich raspberry shakes, crispy onion rings, or golden fries, and pair it all with our exclusive River Bridge soda. For another favorite, try a grilled chicken wrap or a yummy twisted ice cream cone. Make the perfect dining experience with our delightful Crawford Trough staff. Treat yourself to something delicious from the Crawford Trough in Randolph.
Woodruff Corner Store is hometown convenience. Now serving ice cream or shakes from our new soft serve machine. And remember, you can always stop in for a fountain drink with all your favorite mix-ins. Summer hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth of this T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball live on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ. We are in the middle of the Independent Software Solutions postgame show, and it is time for the Crawford Trough player of the game. The Crawford Trough, the place to eat and drink. And with that, I'm going to go to my broadcast colleague, Rob Leifson, for the player of the game.
Well, you should have asked me first, Cullen, because I'm going to throw a curveball at you. I'm going to give a co-player of the game. Molly Weston, 4 kills and 3 aces. But, again, Jalen Lutz comes off the bench. She has 5 aces or 6 aces. I don't remember which now. But that 10-0 run in that third set, you got to admit, we talked about you got to get serve-receive. And with that 10-0 run, the third set was over with her camping at the service line. So I'm going to give co-MVPs of this one to Molly and Jalen.
I can't say that I disagree with you, Rob, and that is your Crawford Trough player of the game. Crawford Trough, the place to eat and drink. And as far as the Woodruff Country Corner calendar update, I'm just going to give you a real quick one. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow in Manila. First serve at 1:30. I will be broadcasting that one by myself. But for the rest of the calendar update, please tune in
about 30 minutes.
30 minutes to the Rebel football game. So we're going to close this one out today for volleyball, break everything down, head out to the football field, and we're going to bring you the Rich Rebels versus the North Severe Wolves in about 30 minutes. So with that, I want to thank Rob, my broadcast colleague, and everybody back at the station for all they do. And I definitely want to thank all of our sponsors, and especially T7 Propane for presenting this broadcast of Rich Rebel Volleyball. And with that, go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.